The headline "Keanu Reeves' sentence is final. Goodbye forever" spreads a dramatic narrative around Keanu Reeves. But in reality, there is no verified legal case, no official statement, and no credible evidence supporting any claim that he has been sentenced, banned, or forced into any form of permanent departure. And what this kind of wording actually reflects is the modern internet's tendency to transform well-known public figures into subjects of exaggerated or fictional crisis stories. Designed to attract attention rather than convey truth, Reeves, who has built a decades-long career in film and remains widely respected for both his performances and his personal reputation, continues to be active in the entertainment industry, participating in film projects, collaborations, and public appearances. And nothing in his confirmed public record suggests any situation remotely similar to the dramatic implications of "Goodbye Forever." Instead, the persistence of such headlines highlights how easily misinformation can spread when celebrity names are combined with emotionally charged language, especially when audiences are already familiar with a figure's work and are therefore more likely to engage with any content that references them, regardless of its accuracy. And in Reeves's case, his quiet and private lifestyle often makes him a frequent target for fabricated narratives, because the lack of constant public controversy leaves space for speculation to fill in the gaps. Over time, this dynamic has created a pattern where ordinary updates, unrelated news, or even completely fictional scenarios are presented in ways that suggest crisis, punishment, or dramatic endings, even though no factual foundation exists, and this particular headline follows that exact structure by using words like "sentence" and "final" to imply legal finality or personal downfall without providing any context or evidence. In reality, Reeves's career trajectory remains stable and ongoing, with his continued involvement in major film franchises, independent projects, and voice or production work demonstrating that he is still actively engaged in his profession, and his public image remains largely positive, shaped by years of consistent behavior that contrasts sharply with the sensational tone of viral rumors. What makes this type of narrative especially misleading is that it relies on emotional reaction rather than information, encouraging readers to assume there must be a hidden story or shocking revelation behind the headline when in fact there is none. And this gap between perception and reality is a common feature of modern digital media, where engagement-driven content often prioritizes attention over accuracy, leading to repeated cycles of speculation that have little connection to actual events. Reeves himself has often been described in media and fan communities as a private and grounded individual, which further contributes to the way false narratives about him can stand out, since audiences are sometimes surprised by how little controversy surrounds his real life compared to the dramatic stories invented online, and this contrast makes him an easy subject for fabricated extremes that bear no resemblance to his actual circumstances. Ultimately, the phrase "goodbye forever" in this context is not a reflection of any real departure or conclusion, but rather a rhetorical device used in misleading storytelling to create urgency and emotional impact, and when examined against confirmed facts, it becomes clear that there is no foundation for the claim it presents. Instead, what truly exists is a continuation of a normal, ongoing professional life in entertainment, where Reeves remains active and present in his field, and the only finality present is the pattern of misinformation itself, which repeatedly constructs dramatic narratives around public figures without evidence, reinforcing the importance of distinguishing between viral headlines and verified reality, especially when dealing with statements that imply legal consequences, personal tragedy, or permanent endings that are not supported by any credible source.